Hello, peace and beautiful blessings. We are in the Spiritual Love Circle. I am Jovhannah, the Spiritual Love Healer. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. The Spiritual Love Circle is a semi-weekly circle. I've been doing them weekly now just because I want to get back into the flow and habit of doing them, but probably in the coming months, it's going to adjust to maybe twice a month and then maybe monthly from there, just because I will be doing a lot of coaching and healing sessions inside of my group, the Spiritual Love Abundance Collective, where we're going to be setting goals, focusing on manifesting those goals, doing what we need to do to really up level and improve your mindset and bring healing into your life and relationships. So just letting you know that. I need to find my notes really quickly. Here we go. I like having notes because it keeps me focused and centered. So again, welcome to the Spiritual Love Circle. I do want you to know that this is a sacred space. It's free of judgment, full of love and support, which is why I started doing these again. Again, I'm Jovhannah, the Spiritual Love Healer. I am a spiritual guide. I am a healer and a spiritual life coach. This is a sacred time for us to connect, giving you the opportunity to share what's on your heart and mind, to get support and guidance and all that good stuff. I do ask that the information discussed here, that it remains within the circle to respect everyone's privacy. And give me one second. Perfect. To respect everyone's privacy. And I do record the sessions. You can access the recordings inside of my private Facebook group, Abundantly Ever After, where we can also keep the discussion going. So I like to begin by sharing these sacred agreements that are in effect when you step into this sacred space. The Spiritual Love Circle is a space for all voices to be heard. It is a place for growth, healing, expansion, love, and abundance. It's also a sacred and safe space for you to be open and share. So if you have a question or want to get something off of your chest, this is a great place to share that information. It's also free of judgment. We don't judge each other. We are all sacred mirrors. And often you'll find if there's something that you're experiencing, the people around you in this circle have either experienced it or are experiencing it as well. So we can all hold space for each other in that way. Again, please keep the information here within the circle. I don't make the recordings public. They're only shared in my sacred container, the Abundantly Ever After Facebook group. So now that expectations have been set, also if you have questions, you can pop them in the chat box, or you can unmute and just chime in or put your hand up. I'll see you, unmute, whatever, and just say what is on your heart, okay? So I want you to take a moment to step fully into the circle with the intention of having an open heart and mind. And I'm just moving my body. We're going to do a quick connection exercise so that we connect within our heart space and that we kind of be grounded and fully present. If you are a mom like me and you have littles around, my daughter may come in at some point. It's all welcome in this space. So if you can safely, let's close your eyes and we're going to just take 3 nice, slow, deep breaths. Breathing in and out. And as you breathe in, you're breathing in love. And as you exhale, you're breathing out any worries, any stress, any fear, any feelings of lack or limitation. So let's breathe in love and peace and connection and grace and all beautiful energies. We're just breathing in beautiful supportive energies and breathing out anything that does not serve us. So we're going to take one final breath. And as you do this, I want you to place your hands over your heart. And from your heart, I want you to see a light emanating, radiating from your heart. And maybe it's pink, maybe it's green, maybe yours is white or golden. And you see this light just growing and growing and growing from your heart space until you're fully encompassed in it, almost like a little cocoon of loving energy. And as you are within this energetic space, you feel loved, you feel supported, you feel present, and you feel connected with yourself and all that surrounds you. And you feel a sense of peace that washes over you. So go ahead and feel that within yourself. And when you're ready, you can just open your eyes, holding the energy of love within your heart. So thank you for joining us, Linda. We just walked through a quick connection exercise. We just took some breaths and really just centered ourselves and just really felt the energy of love and peace as we enter into the spiritual love circle. If you have a comment or anything, there's the chat bar. And yes, so welcome. All right, I'm clicking around stuff, trying to get back to, all right, so tonight's intention is all about really helping you expand the vision of what's possible for you, no matter what you may have experienced in the past. So we are going to be talking about living abundantly ever after and what that means. So if you need, now is a really great time to grab a piece of paper or notebook and a pen in case you want to take notes. We're going to do like a visualization exercise and take time to like journal afterwards. So it might be helpful. So yeah, let's get started. So abundantly ever after, how did that come about? So the origin story of this phrase is kind of a play on happily ever after, of course. When I was thinking about my life and the things that I went through and experienced, where I wanted to be, and from now to where I want to be, I thought about, I was like, I just want to be happy. I just had gotten out of an abusive relationship. There was a lot of just chaos going on in my life. So I was like, I just want to be happy. And what came to me was that it's more than just obtaining happiness. It's really stepping into abundance. If you've experienced any loss or traumatic things, like sometimes you can feel like a lot of lack, like there's like you have to fight for things, or that things are a struggle, and relationships are hard, life is hard, earning money, you have to work hard. And I really wanted to clear out that old paradigm, that old energy of feeling like everything is a struggle, everything is a fight, I can only just be happy, when there is a plethora of goodness available to us in life. So abundantly ever after was kind of like the transformation that I was striving for in my own personal life. And when I thought about it, like I didn't just want to be happy. I wanted to experience an abundance of happiness, and I wanted to experience an abundance of love, an abundance of money, an abundance of success, of travel, of joy, of connection, of community, of friendship, of new experiences, of positivity. You see where I'm going? Just like an abundance of the things that I want in my life. And so that is kind of how the abundantly ever after came about. And within my business, the Spiritual Love Sanctuary, the tagline is like living abundantly ever after, because a lot of times, if you've experienced some sort of, like I said, loss, trauma, abuse, heartache, any of those things, we can get so focused on, I need to heal, I have to heal, I've got to fix this problem, over living. And I really wanted to highlight the fact that even if you've had these, bad experiences, these challenges in life, they do not have to block you from living in abundance, from experiencing love in your life, from moving forward. Many times, especially when with single moms, it's because I'm a single mom. So I see a lot of women who are like, I don't want to date like at all. Like I just want to focus on my children. And it's because we've closed our hearts in some way to love and relationships. And I get it because there's a lot of feelings involved when you are a single parent or just a parent in general, but specifically like with a single parent, because you're dealing with a lot more on your plate. So I see so many women who limit themselves from living either because of finances, either because of someone hurt them to the point where they just are not willing to open their heart anymore. And it's like, we are alive, but we're not fully living because we're not allowing ourselves to experience the abundance that life has to offer. Another component to that is also finances, and that is because one of the things that limits women who are in unhealthy relationships or situations is not having the financial means or stability or freedom to uproot herself and invest in a new life, whether it's, moving, getting out of a home that's not a healthy, happy place, whether it's investing in, education or starting a business or a wardrobe or whatever it is that's going to make you feel good. We live in a world where we need money to thrive and survive. And in the realm of like coaching and healing work, I don't see a lot of people that focus on, number one, the healing aspect of money, but number two, just like money as a resource in our day-to-day lives. Like a lot of times I see like manifest 10K in 30 days, or, get Barbie's dream car, Ferrari, instead of like, how can I get out of debt? How can I, build wealth in my life now so that I can do the things that I want to do? And so that's the aspect where I like to pull in money and the energy of money. So Abundantly Ever After, it's about all of the things. It's about your mindset, having a mindset of growth and abundance. It's about love and relationships. It's about, experiencing love for yourself, having healthy relationships, whether it's with your children, with a partner, with friends, with family. A lot of times when we think about the word relationship, it's always like an intimate relationship or, dating. And we forget about all the other types of relationships that we have. We have, our self-loving relationship. We've got our family, we've got our friends, we have, our coworkers or colleagues. There's so many different relationships that we have, and we have to stop limiting them, which I think is very important. And so my work kind of covers all of these different areas. And then it also brings in the money, the financial aspect. What I learned early on in my own healing journey is that it has to be on a holistic level. It's got to be mind or mental. We have to take care of our emotions. We have to take care of our physical life. And physical can also mean our body, but to me, that also extends out into the environment, the tangible aspects of our lives. That's like where we work, where we live, all of those different things that make up our physical world, not just our bodies. And then we also have spiritual. And then I also add in financial, because all of these key components go together so well. If you don't have your money together, chances are you're stressed about it. So that means your mind and your emotions are not balanced. If you are not healthy in your physical body, again, that's going to impact how you feel about yourself, the things that you think about, the things that you're able to do. If you are, not feeling good about your spiritual life, or you're feeling disconnected, it's going to show up in other areas of your life. So what I realized is that in order to truly see transformation, to get to that abundantly ever after, it has to be done on a holistic level. So when I talk about living abundantly ever after, that's going to look different for everybody. So what I see for abundantly ever after is going to be different from what you envision for yourself. And that's absolutely fine, because we all have our own dreams and needs and wants and desires. And I like that phrase because it makes people stop and think like, well, what is that? And oftentimes when I get people on like consultation calls and I'm like, what do you want for yourself? What is it that you want to do or experience in your life? Or what would living abundantly ever after look like for you? A lot of times people don't know because they've never allowed themselves to dream outside of the box or outside of their current circumstances. And so part of living abundantly ever after is about expanding your vision. And when I talk about your vision, that is what's possible for you, how you see and think about yourself and your life and your future. And so we're going to do a little bit of that on the call today as well. And then the other part of that is activating your heart. And I call it activating your heart just because so many of us have had, our hearts broken or hurt in some way. And so this is about kind of restarting it, like cracking it open, reactivating it, getting the flow, the energy of love flowing back through you. And that doesn't necessarily have to mean that you have to like go out and start dating unless that's what you want to do. But activating your heart is really about allowing yourself to come home to yourself. It's about allowing you to really love yourself on a core level. Sometimes when we think about self-love, it's like, okay, I'm going to go to brunch with my girlfriends, or I'm just going to like, pamper myself. I'll get my nails done and my hair. And it's usually like the outer things, but really activating your heart starts from within. This is sometimes not pretty work, but it's work where you are reclaiming the pieces of yourself that you've lost and learning to love those aspects of yourself, in addition to starting to evolve and become the woman or the you that you truly wish to be. So yeah, there's a lot involved there. Like we talk about goal setting and all of that. And then it's activating your abundance. And that is, or unlocking your abundance. That's when you are able to receive. That is when you are going after your dreams. You're not letting your past limit you. You're stepping outside of your limiting beliefs and you're creating new stories for yourself. And you're really going out there and claiming what it is that you want. So if it's, a better bank account, you are doing what it takes to bring in more money. You're learning what you need to do in order to have that bigger bank account. So unlocking your abundance codes is really about you welcoming in the things that you want to see and feel and experience in your life. So what I'd like to do is do a quick kind of like guided meditation visualization exercise. So if it's safe for you to do so, go ahead and grab your journal. Make sure you have something to write with because we're going to journal afterwards. And I'm going to do this with you. So this is going to be fun. Then I would like to, if you're not able to close your eyes and do this now, you can just listen and do the journaling part, or once the recording is loaded, you can access it in the Abundantly Ever After Facebook group and check it out there. So I'll give you a couple minutes. I'm going to drink some water because my throat is getting a little parched. And I'm going to grab my journal as well so that I can journal along with you. All right, my loves. Okay, so I'm gonna move this out of my way so I have a little more writing space. All right, so I want you to, you can close your eyes or keep them open. I'm gonna keep mine open, just, I don't know, I just feel like keeping them open today. If you can, I want you to just close your eyes and I want you to just kind of feel where you are right now and just kind of get grounded. If you're, sitting down, maybe your legs are crossed, just kind of feel into your body and be really present with yourself in this moment. Get comfortable, as comfortable as you would like to be. I'm just repositioning myself a little bit. And I want you to just kind of focus on your breathing. Maybe your heart's racing a little bit from getting settled in, but just bring your breath back to like a natural flow of breathing for you. And then I want you to visualize a path ahead of you. So maybe there are some wildflowers growing up along the path or beautiful trees, or maybe your path is along the shore of the beach and you can see the waves and hear them just rolling in. Whatever your path looks like, we're going to start walking down this path. And so what we're doing is we are walking to your vision, the future that you want to see for yourself. And so we're going to keep walking. And now we're going to come to a clearing. And here is just space. So this is a safe space for you to dream, for you to build whatever it is you want inside of this space. So whatever that looks like for you, allow yourself to visualize who it is you want to be, what it is you want to have, what you want to experience, and the abundance that you want to have in your life. So spend as much time as you want. You can explore your relationships. What do you desire for your career, for your family, for your home life, for your health? Really sit and think for the next several minutes about what does abundantly ever after look like for you? What is it that you want to have in your world, in your space? What would make you happy? And for some of you, you may be thinking about things that you don't want, things that you want to release, and that's fine too. Just get very clear, dream as big as you want, and really just in your heart, allow your heart to lead and explore what abundantly ever after looks like for you. What would your career be like? What would your home be like? What would your bank account be? What kind of social life would you have? And what would you have accomplished? You can focus on this within the next 3 months or the next year, or just a broad picture of like what you want your life to be. The more that you're able to spend time dreaming and envisioning abundantly ever after and what that looks like to you, the more powerful it becomes, the more you begin to resonate with the energy of that vision, and the more likely you are to manifest it. So continue like holding space for that version of yourself and what that looks like. And I want you to go ahead and start journaling about what is your abundantly ever after. So for the journaling part, it's helpful to, I would say, focus it within a specific time frame. So if you want to do it within the next 3 months, within the next 6 months, or within the next year, get really clear on the changes that you want to see in your life and the things that you want to call into your life. And just write that down. What does my abundantly ever after look like for me? And if you're not clear or you want some guidance or some support, you can type in the chat bar or unmute yourself. You can share whatever has come up for you. If you're maybe struggling with the exercise, you can also let me know. And sometimes it helps if you're not a visual person, it helps just to ask yourself the questions, well, what do I want? What would bring me joy? So just really play around with that. Allow yourself to dream and really get clear on what your abundantly ever after looks like. And this is such a powerful exercise and way to regain control over your life and really start to reclaim some of the maybe the power that maybe you didn't know that you had, or that you weren't using because you weren't aware that you could dream this big. So really allow yourself to dream. I'm going to mute myself, but if you have anything to say or to share, feel free to come off of mute or just type in the chat, and I'd be happy to hear from you. And I'll give it just another minute. I just want to make sure we stay within time. So yeah, take another minute and I will check back in. All right. So if you still need to journal, you can absolutely continue. But I just want to continue going forward. I like to try to keep these about 45 minutes to an hour so that if there are questions at the end, we can, I lost my screen. There we go. We can answer those. But envisioning your abundantly ever after is such a powerful thing because one, if you don't know what it is, it helps you get clarity on what that is for you and what you want to experience. So continue to sit with this and spend as much time with this vision for your life as you can. You may want to make this like a daily practice where you just sit and you kind of visualize what it is that you want, or you go back and read what you wrote today. It's something that you can integrate into your spiritual practice. So if you pray, you can start, praying for those things as well. Look for ways that you can start working on that. And that's why, within the Spiritual Love Collective, we sit and we'll meet each quarter and do like what I like to call a goal alignment and manifestation session where you know what it is that you want. So we're live in a workshop and you'll break it down and then you'll create a schedule of the steps that you need to take. So I really created it because I want to help people achieve their goals and live their, abundantly ever after. So we dive deeper into getting clarity around your vision, setting goals to reach your vision. I came up with like my own kind of goal setting process that kind of marries SMART goals and the grow goal model together. And for me, that's been super helpful. So we'll do some of that. There's also like some energetic work that we do together, healing practices, just so much to really support that container to help you magnetize and manifest what it is that you desire for your life. So the next thing that I want to talk about is when it comes to living abundantly ever after is the what's standing in your way part. So, excuse me. That's important because after we visualize this amazing life, right, full of abundance, we've got love, everything is just flowing so beautifully, then our mind starts going and it's like, well, you can't have that. You're not smart enough. You don't have what it takes. You're not disciplined enough, or nobody's gonna, whatever. So our mind starts thinking all of this gobbledygook that wants to talk us out of this beautiful dream that we just had. So when you think about what's standing in your way, you can make a list of those things, right? What is standing in my way? And let's say, I don't know, let's say you want to roller skate, right? And you're like, okay, one of the things that I envision is I want to be an awesome skater. So it's like, what's standing in your way? Well, I don't know how to skate. Okay, I don't have roller skates. Where can I go to skate? So it's like, okay, those are the things, right? So then it's like, okay, if I don't know how to skate, then that means I need to learn how to skate. So then you start looking for, okay, where can I learn how to skate? Are there, YouTube videos? Is there a skate teacher, or are there classes in a local skate rink? So you start looking into the things that you're thinking are stopping you, and you're finding solutions so that you're not talking yourself out of going after the thing that you want. So if you want to take time and look at one of the things that you wrote down and kind of do that for yourself, it's a very powerful exercise to not only quiet your mind, but to show your mind like, okay, yeah, I don't know how to skate, but I can learn. I can learn because Beth teaches skate lessons Wednesday nights at 7. Then your mind is like, well, you don't have skates. And it's like, okay, where do they sell skates? Do they sell them, at Target, or do I need to go to the sporting goods store, or are they on Amazon? And can I buy the skates today, or do I need to wait? When am I going to get the skates? So then you start breaking it down, and now it's like, oh, this is absolutely doable. So instead of looking at it as this huge thing, you're looking at the obstacles that your mind are bringing up for you. And it's like, you can invalidate them, or if there's something that's valid, like I'm scared that I'm going to get hurt. It's kind of a valid fear. Like if you fall down the wrong way, you can totally get hurt skating. So then it's like, okay, what can I do to protect myself? There's, wrist guards and knee pads and helmets and elbow pads. And if you want to get like, what was that show? I forget what it was, or that movie where they took pillows, and there is something like flying around in here and it's annoying me, and like duct tape pillows, around your body. You might look silly, but hey, you'll be safe. So really just feel into what is it that makes you feel you can't have this, or what makes you, what obstacles do you perceive there are, and figure out a way around them. And sometimes it means you might need to lean on somebody else for help who is better positioned than you, or maybe more knowledgeable than you. So it's also like, okay, well, what resources do I have access to that can help me achieve this? So I hope that this was helpful. I really believe that the more we can dig into what it is that we want, and then shine a light on the things that we feel that limit us, it helps us to move forward in the right direction, because we can bring those things into alignment. And oftentimes you may find that the things that you feel are obstacles really aren't. Like our mind or ego is just trying to keep us inside this comfort zone because it's comfortable there. Like, I don't want to learn something new. I just want to stay here because it's comfortable. So a lot of times to live abundantly ever after, it does require us to get uncomfortable and to really step outside of our comfort zone. So I want to move into a Q&A. So if you have a question or anything, please let me know. So I'll give it just a minute or so. So if you want to chime in, please do. And if not, I'll go into a quick recap, and then I like to close out by pulling some cards for us. And I'm going to sip some water in the meantime. Excuse me. Next week, it's going to be open office hours in the Spiritual Love Circle. So it'll be at the same time. And if you've already signed up, then you can just use that same link, but I'll also send out an email reminder. So during open office hours, it's basically like I'm here to answer your questions. So bring whatever questions you have. I'll even like maybe do some card pulls. You can see I have some decks back there. So it's just like whatever. Anything goes. They're lots of fun. So I hope that you will come join me for the open office hours. But if no one joins, then after usually wait about 15 minutes and I'll just close it out. So yeah, okay, it looks like there are no questions. So to recap, Abundantly Ever After is you really being able to heal, grow, thrive after, a negative experience, after heartache, loss, trauma. And what that is for you is it's going to be different. It's whatever it is that you want to experience. excuse me. Visualization is a great way to really expand what's possible for you. If it's hard for you to see yourself as like being wealthy or, being, the top CEO or leader in your company or whatever, continue visualizing that. The more that you hold space for that vision, the more it can become concrete. So visualization is super powerful. Knowing what's standing in your way is really amazing as well, because that helps you shift your mindset around it, finding workarounds. Is that like a mosquito or something? Oh, it's so annoying. Okay. So that you are not just visioning it and be like, oh, but I can't have that because, and it's like, no, I can't have this. Maybe I need some support around this, but I'm not going to, we don't want to say that we can't have what we want, because I believe that it is possible for each and every one of us to experience abundance in all areas of our life. I also do have a Abundantly Ever After coaching program where I work with individuals one-on-one. We go through healing exercises, we go through coaching calls, and we work on these specific areas. So we'll do some energy work around money, around your root chakra, your heart chakra, and your sacral chakra, which these centers really help when it comes to money, when it comes to receiving, and when it comes to love. And yeah, it's very awesome. So if you want, you can also schedule like a free consultation call with me, and we can talk more about it to see exactly how I may support you. So I'm going to go ahead and close out with a reading. So give me one moment to move these things out of my way. And it's just going to be a message for living abundantly ever after. I don't know where these little buds, I think the window might be open. So let's see. All right, give me one moment. I'm just going to shuffle and just kind of tune in to the energy of the circle. Okay, so 3 cards wanted to come out. So we have the Temple Path. We have Cornucopia. And we have Archangel Gabriel, the 5th chakra. I don't think I need to pull any additional cards with these. Okay, so what I'm getting for this reading is that the Temple Path, when I look at this card, to me, this is about really finding your way home. This is about your spiritual practices, but it's also about really being in alignment with yourself. You can see all these like little orbs here. There's just a lot of magic and power here. And this kind of reminds me of the visualization exercise that we just did. So this is really about you tuning in to spirit. It's about you going in prayer and meditation, really focusing in on what it is that you want to manifest and making it a part of your daily rituals. You're making it a part of your daily rituals. Cornucopia, whatever it is that you want to manifest, this is the sign that you can manifest it. This is the card of abundance. Like we're in harvest season. So this is a time where, a lot of farmers are collecting their harvest. We have the full moon, but we're in the full moon energy, but it peaks tomorrow, right? The full moon in Aries, and it's called the harvest moon. So seeing this cornucopia come up here is just a very potent time. And just an affirmative that you can have what it is that you want. Continue thinking about it, continue, prayer and meditation, going within. And also when I think about Temple Path, I think about doing the inner work for the outer manifestation. When I see this, so if you're not familiar, the 5th chakra is your throat chakra. It's how you express yourself, and express yourself can be also through voice, through speaking, but it's also what you're putting out into the world. If you are saying that you cannot have, your dream, or that you can't live abundantly ever after, that you can't move forward from the heartache that you've experienced, it's time to change the way that you're talking to yourself. What you speak, what you express into the world is going to be what you manifest. It's going to be what you pull into you. So if you are experiencing situations that are not really in alignment, or that are not what you want, then it's time to change the way that you're speaking. For me, also, this would be a lot of mirror work, using affirmations to boost yourself up, to bolster your love. You might also, when I'm looking at the Temple Path card, maybe getting information in your dreams or within your meditations or prayers, where you're being guided to maybe do something, but maybe you feel that you're not able to do it. So this is confirmation to pay attention to what you're dreaming, pay attention to what's coming up for you in your meditations or after prayer. Journaling will also be very helpful as well. It's another form of expression, and it might be a great way to receive information on the next steps that you need to take in order to move forward in reaching your goals and dreams. And let's see, so we have on the bottom of the deck, which is the underlying energy, which is Archangel Michael, which resonates with our first chakra. Our first chakra, or the root chakra, its color is red, and its energy is all about safety, security, and belonging. If you have been in any like traumatic experiences like I have, maybe toxic or unhealthy relationships, childhood trauma issues, then you may not feel that, or money issues, anything like that, family stuff, that's all in this first chakra. It may feel like you're a little cut off, because I see he's kind of looking back to the temple. It's very important for you to know that you are worthy and deserving of the abundance that you desire, of the life that you want to live. And you'll get there by taking any issues that you may have when it comes to money, when it comes to family, when it comes to your self-esteem, your self-worth, the things that you're believing about yourself, the things that may have hurt you in the past. Archangel Michael is also a protector angel, and he has his sword there because he's ready to help you release those limiting beliefs. He's ready to help you release any challenges that you may have had in the past that made you feel unworthy. So you want to start speaking to yourself differently. You want to start telling yourself new stories about yourself, that I can live abundantly ever after, even though I've experienced, heartache or mistakes or whatever in the past. That's no longer my story. I'm walking into abundance. I'm ready to receive more in my life. So that's what I'm getting. I feel like the abundantly ever after is there. It's just a matter of releasing those old habits and patterns, speaking and acting in ways that are in alignment with what it is that you want to experience. So if you want to be a business owner, then you're doing the things that are going to help you be a business owner. If you want to be in a happy, healthy relationship, you're doing things that will get you in a relationship. I meet a lot of women who are like, yeah, I want to start, I want to be in a relationship, but they're not dating like at all. So just make sure that we're doing the steps that we need to take so that we can reap the reward, so that we can reap the harvest. I think also this week, on this full moon or shortly thereafter, something is going to come forward to you, a manifestation. Oh, okay. So an activity that you can do is make a wish. I would start with something, not anything huge. I wouldn't wish for like a yacht or, a mansion, but maybe it's like, I don't know, lunch at Sassoul. That's one of my favorite restaurants, right? So put that wish out there and trust that it's going to come to you. and see what happens. So I hope that you make a wish for yourself to see what it is that you bring in, but there's something beautiful that's coming your way. If you've actively have been, I wish you could see this card a little bit better. If you've actively been working on manifesting something, healing something, letting something go in your life, then I feel like that's coming forward for you. But there are good things ahead. Continue envisioning your abundantly ever after, and I do believe that is coming forward. Again, pay attention to your dreams. Be mindful of the things that you're thinking and speaking over yourself and your life, because those things are so powerful. They are so, so powerful. So I think that's it. And also be patient, right? This harvest did not just pop up overnight. So that's something else that came up, was be patient. Continue working on releasing any of those energies, things from your childhood, past relationships, habits that don't serve you. Continue working on releasing those things. There's a lot of light in these cards. There's a lot of light. I keep seeing like all of these halos and these orbs and just light streaming through. So you are being guided. And there's so many blessings around you. Even if you're not starting to see them, there's probably a lot that's happening like behind the scenes in the energetic realm that is going to be supportive of you reaching your goals and your dreams. Yeah, I think that's it for the cards. Thank you. Sometimes I like to wait just in case something else jumps out at me. So I hope that reading has served you, and I will post this in the group. So if you have any questions or comments, you can post there as well. This was amazing. I really enjoyed spending this time with you, and I hope that you were able to take something meaningful for yourself away. If you are seeking healing guidance or support to help you move forward from your past, I would love for you to schedule a consult so we can talk about ways that I can support you. So you can head to my website, spirituallovesanctuary.com/connection, and schedule your consultation there. And I look forward to speaking with you. I'm going to pop it in the chat. Oh, you're so welcome. There's the link there. And again, if you're in the group, everything's also in there. So it has been so fun and amazing. Thank you for joining me. Good night, rest well, beautiful, abundant soul. I will see you next week. Peace.